Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question we are taking this up from the topic of integration. And if I talk about the question which is given to us here from this topic, the question tells us that the function f of x which satisfies the condition which is given to us as f of x is equal to x plus integral of limits from 0 to pi over 2 sine x into cos y f of y dy is what? So we need to figure out the answer choice here, and the answer choices given to us here are x plus 2 over 3 pi minus 2 sine x. The second answer choice we have been given here is x plus pi plus 2 sine x. The third answer choice x plus pi over 2 sine x. And the fourth answer choice we have been given here is x plus pi minus 2 sine x. So we need to figure out which one of the answer choices is the correct answer for the question that is given to us. Let's see this question further. Before starting off with the solution, I would first like to tell you that please do subscribe to my channel and support the channel as well, because it takes lots of efforts in making these videos for you on everyday basis, and it is free for you but also motivates me to make the content and put up the solutions in the easiest way possible for you to understand. Let's see the solution further. So I have been given f of x here. So if I write that f of x function of x is equals to x plus 0 to pi over 2 sine x into cos y function of y dy. Now, once I have this part, if I see for this part, it is integrated with respect to the variable y. So when it is integrated with respect to variable y, cos y and f of y becomes the variables, but sine x basically becomes a constant value because you are integrating it with respect to another variable y. So when sine x basically becomes a constant value here, I can write this f of x as x plus sine x. I am taking it out. So you have integral limits from 0 to pi over 2 cos y f of y dy. Now once I have this, let's say I put this entire thing as some value that is k. Integral of this applying the limits will give you some value that would be a constant value. Let's say that is k. So basically if I'm putting that as k, so let k is 0 to pi over 2 cos y f of y dy. So that entire thing we are putting it as k, and once we put that as k, my function f of x basically, if I see, it becomes x plus sine x into k. So it becomes x plus k sine. Now once I have that, similarly instead of x, if I want to find f of y, I can just put instead of x y everywhere. So you get x plus k sine y or y plus k sine y. This becomes your f of y. Now if I try to evaluate this value of k, let's see what I get. So k, it was having the limits from 0 to pi over 2, and you get cos y into f of y is y plus k sine y dy. So you get from here 0 to pi over 2 y cos y dy plus k, 0 to pi over 2, you get cos y sine y dy. Now once I have both of these ideas, let's try to solve them. So let's say this is your first integral, and let's say this is your second integral. So if I solve both of them separately first, the first integral 0 to pi over 2, and the function that we have here is y cos y dy. So basically it is nothing but the product rule of integration. So we can just use the integration by parts. Integration by parts, I need to first define what is u and what is v. So if I write my order, which is lie 8, It tells me algebraic comes before and trigonometric comes later. So algebraic function, this y becomes u and cos y becomes b. So if I have that, I know it is u integral v minus big integral derivative of u into integral of v. So if I use this y, integral of cos y is sin y, the limits are from 0 to pi over 2, minus here I get derivative of y which is 1 and integral of y which is sin y. So integral of 0 to pi over 2 sin. So I get y sin y pi over 2 0 minus here if I say integral of sin y is minus cos y. Limits are from 0 to pi over 2. So I get this idea if I apply pi over 2 into sin pi over 2. Sin pi over 2 is sin 90. Sin 90 is 1. So you get pi over 2. Minus 0 into anything is 0. Minus cos y. So minus cos of pi over 2 means 0. Minus cos of 0. So cos 0 is 1. So minus 1. So 0 minus and minus cos 1, cos y, so minus 1. So 0 plus 1, so you get from here pi by 2 minus 1. So your first part of the integral, you have already gotten it. Now let's solve for the second part. So it tells you k, if I write it here, k limits from 0 to pi over 2 and the integral given to us is cos y sin y dy. So cos y sin y. So here I can see I can just use the simple idea of substitution. I'll substitute, let's say sin y as t. So if I substitute sin y as t, cos y dy becomes dt. And once I have that, I just apply the idea and changing the limits of y and t 0 to pi over 2. So if I'm putting y from 0 to pi over 2, t becomes sin 0, which is 0, and sin pi over 2, which is 1. So I get the value of the limits from k 0 to 1. Sin y, I'm putting it as t. So cos y dy, this entire thing becomes dt. So sin y, if I'm putting t, dt. So that gives you k. Integral of t, I get t square over 2. Limits from 0 to 1. So k, 1 square over 2. So 1 over 2 minus 0. So it basically makes it k over 2. So you get the idea for the second part of the equation, that is k over 2. Now once I have both of them, I'll put it here pi over 2 minus 1 plus k over 2 is equal to k. So if I solve for this, multiplying all of them with 2, I get 2k is pi minus 2 plus k. I get this is k equals to pi minus 2. So I get the value for the constant of k which is going to come out, which is pi minus 2. Once I get that, the question is further asking me to just find f of x, right? So if I put k here in this function f of x, I get this as x plus k, in this case is pi minus 2 sin x. So I get the function's value x plus pi minus 2 sin x. And if I see the answer choice that matches here with the question, it is option D. So D becomes the correct answer for the question that is given to us here. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions, which deals with the ideas of finding the function's value using the idea of integrations. So we just did try to convert f of x in terms of x plus k sin x. We figured out the value of k by solving these two integrals separately. And once I solved that, I got the value of k as pi minus 2, which I just substituted in f of x. That basically matches with option D. I hope you have understood how to solve this question. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic. And we are going to continue our series of questions on JEE mains. So stay tuned for more videos to roll out. Also, if you're enjoying these videos that we are doing on everyday basis, please do like the videos as well. And do subscribe to my channel and support the channel as well, because it takes lots of efforts in making these videos for you on everyday basis. And share these videos with your friends also who are involved in the preparation of questions on JEE, so they can also take the benefit from these questions which we are solving on everyday basis. Thank you.